Hey, thanks for tuning in to the Riders Meeting video for the Tucson Enduro coming up this Sunday. Big thanks to Pivot Cycles and Team Charity Case for their financial support of the series. When sponsors step in like that and provide a big financial component, then that means your race entries, the money from the race entries goes right back to the trails. And on that note, we do have our annual grant process closing on November 1st. So if you have a trail organization or if you're part of a trail organization that wants to build or maintain trails, you can put in for a grant and we can issue that money later this year. This Tucson Enduro is sponsored by Homegrown Mountain Bike Tours, and they will be providing shuttles this year on Sunday for the race. We're always excited to have them. They do shuttles up and down Mount Lemmon. Great group and great crew, Tara and Art and their whole team. Everybody's super awesome. So if you want to do a shuttle on Mount Lemmon or other places, they're the ones to talk to. Super good group of folks. That being said, we will have a shuttle for this race. So we've got 4 stages for you. No surprise with the course being Bug Springs and Prison Camp. We're just very limited with the trails that we're allowed to use on Mount Lemmon, as well as a place to hold the race. So I've tried to go up further on Lemmon, but Forest Service says no go to that as far as a permanent event. So 4 stages, and we'll be starting from the Molino Basin Campground up on Mount Lemmon. There is camping, a very limited amount of camping up at Gordon Hirabayashi Campground, which is just about 2 miles up the road. It's the next campground up. Only tent camping and car camping. There's no room for RVs. So if you're going to be coming from out of town and you want to camp, you will be able to camp there starting Friday at 4 p.m. And then you need to be packed up and out of there by 2 p.m. on Sunday. We'll be doing awards about 2 p.m. so you'll have time to get your race in and then finish packing up and come down to Molino. There's no camping at the Molino Basin Campground because we need all of those sites for day of parking. We'll run through the stages and then we'll get you out of here. So stage 1, you are going to come to Molino Basin Campground Sunday morning. The check-in times are below in the description. So you'll come to Molino Basin Campground. You go about half mile, 3/4 of a mile into the campground, and you can park, and then that's where the venue is at the group site. You'll pick up your number plate and your timing chip at your respective start time, and then you'll just pedal over to the front of the Molino Basin Campground, go back kind of to the main highway, and that's where you'll pick up the shuttle. And the shuttle will take you up to the start of stage 1, except for beginner and 10 to 12. You guys will just be doing stages 3 and 4. You are allowed to self-shuttle, so if you have a couple buddies and you want to drive up to Upper Bugs parking lot, you can do that and do your own shuttle. That'll help speed up the day, and it does help move things along. There is a fee for the parking areas up on Mount Lemmon, so just make sure you pay those. But if you check in at the Molino Basin Campground, you do not necessarily have to take the shuttle. You can drive up with some buddies, park, and then you'll start the hike-a-bike from the Upper Bug Springs trailhead. That will take you to stage 1, which is Upper Bugs. Then you have a little hike-a-bike, and then stage 2, which is Lower Bugs. Then you'll cross the highway, and then you'll jump onto Prison Camp, which is stage 3, as well as Lower Prison Camp, which there's a tiny little hike-a-bike in there as well. So very short transfers on this Enduro, and then when you factor in the shuttle, there's really not a whole lot of pedaling. But Saturday, we don't have any shuttles running, so if you want to pre-ride, you either have to pedal up the road or just shuttle with some buddies. It's a pretty short drive up and down from Molino up to Bug, so you could do it a couple times if you want. We'll be out there Friday getting the course marked. So be sure to check your start times in the description below or on the website. We'll also have coffee on Sunday morning, so come to the Molino Basin Campground, pick up your number plate, your timing chip, grab a coffee, and then either head down to the front of Molino Basin by the highway to pick up the homegrown shuttle, or jump in with your buddies and head up to the top. But make sure that you pick up your timing chip first. Don't just drive up in the morning and head to Bugs. You need your number plate, your timing chip, Then after stage 4, you'll return it to us back at Molino Campground. So thanks for coming out this weekend, everyone, and we'll see you out there.